Hey, it's Tayler Morgan from Regina rock band Dead Levee, and you're listening to RadioActive, aren't they?
What is going on, guys? It is Ian and Victoria here from RadioActive, and today we are joined by Tayler Morgan from Dead Levee. How are you doing, Taylor?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, you guys.
We are very excited to have you. I was telling Ian earlier that you guys, Dead Levee, was the first band I ever interviewed when starting the show. So
Right. I do recall that. We also played your birthday party or your graduation party.
graduation, yeah, I was telling him about that too. Super cool dudes, Ian. I'm telling you. Before we officially start this interview, just for new viewers of the show and Ian, we don't know a whole lot about Dead Levee. So can you just give us a little bit of information about the band? Where are you guys from? What kind of music do you play? Stuff like that.
Yeah, so we are a high energy rock band from Regina, Saskatchewan. We have had features on Hockey Night in Canada. We got to play the Labor Day Classic last year for a sold out Mosaic Stadium, Rough Riders against the Bombers, which out in the prairies is a big deal. We've toured coast to coast, played Prince Edward Island. We've recorded in Gibsons, BC with Garth Richardson, who is a multi Juno nominated producer. And yeah, we just keep on keeping on playing rock and roll every time that we get a chance to. So
Honestly, you just can't even, I can't anyway, describe the essence of Dead Levee. There's just, you can't describe enough. You have to see Dead Levee play to really understand what you guys are about.
it's a rock and roll circus, I'd say.
It is. I mean, Ian, just to paint a picture for you, these guys, is it Ray that used to like hang upside down and do the solo? Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
you would hold Ray, right?
I'd pick him up. He'd be
Yeah.
standing on the ground. I would go between his legs, pick him up on my shoulders, and he'd play behind the head guitar solo while I have him on my shoulders, just rocking out, smashing guitars, the whole bit. We have a lot of fun with it.
There's a new song called Love and Misery. Tell us a little bit about it and tell us about how the response for the song has been thus far.
So Love and Misery is a song I wrote a couple of years ago, and this is when we had the old lineup, the five-piece lineup, and it just wasn't a song that necessarily that old lead singer could do properly. There wasn't enough character in the voice and all that kind of stuff. And and yeah, no, it's a fast-paced, high energy rock song about I don't know, that the toxicities in relationships. In this case, it's like, the sex outweighs everything else essentially. Yeah, and then Love and Misery, yeah, man, it's got a little bit of traction coming up. We've been in talks with Sportsnet, and they're going to be using it for a Blue Jays game coming up. And we've got a lot of good connections that give us a lot of love and support like that. Like I said, we've been featured on Hockey Night in Canada and got to play a CFL game, which was cool as hell. So yeah. I mean, hopefully Love and Misery gets us another CFL show, but for now, yeah, we're just working on getting the music video going and keeping the traction rolling.
I mean, you guys honestly like never failed to have a song where it's such good guitars and drums and like vocals. I gotta say, with the new lineup, like your vocals are.
Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's really interesting doing double duty, playing bass and doing lead vocals. But I don't know, it's so much fun. Once I put that bass guitar on me or I touch a microphone, it's like just ready, charged up, ready to go.
Mhm. It's
Yeah.
not easy singing and playing. I can barely do it. It's hard.
It is, yeah. When I first started playing guitar, my dad got me my first guitar when I was 7 years old, and he was like, "You're not learning Smoke on the Water. You're not learning all these, three-note songs." He's like,
Seven Nation
"You're gonna
Army.
learn chords. You're gonna learn chords, and then you're gonna learn how to sing to those chords." So, like, my first song was "Bad Moon Rising" by CCR, and yeah, I mean, like that's always kind of been my thing. I've always loved like playing and singing. But when you're playing bass, it's like you got to keep the groove as well as having all these lead accented parts. It's just like, oh, your brain just gets all crazy, and yeah, but it's a lot of fun. It is, it really is.
Yeah.
Dude, Bad Moon Rising is such a good song. My dad loves CCR. So Taylor in Victoria, there is a horror movie called An American Werewolf in London. And Bad Moon Rising is like a signature song in that movie. And just kind of a really cool, like, we're almost in October and it's spooky season. And
Yeah.
I like the segue to spooky shit. I'm going to throw you kind of a curveball, Taylor, since we're on this topic now. What's your favorite horror movie of all time?
Favorite horror movie. Well, you know, with Love and Misery, the music video concept that I have in my head, we're talking with this guy, and it's going to be like a bunch of 40s, 50s, 60s style horror films. And so I was looking up a bunch of them. And there's so many because it's like I'm looking for one where it's just like, you know, female lead role. She's the man eater. She's the killer. You know, all that kind of stuff. I love those kinds of thrillers. I mean, instantly thinking my era growing up, my generation, when it comes to horror movies, the jump scares and shit like that, it, you know, Paranormal Activity just was, when it came out, just mind boggled my 13-year-old ass, you know, like, but you know, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Mother with Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh my God, I heard
Yes.
that one is
That's unbelievable.
Yes. Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Ed Harris. Yes, Ed Harris
Yeah,
and Michelle Pfeiffer. Dude,
it's so good, man.
such a good movie.
Such a good movie. And it's just one of those movies where it's like, oh shit, you know, 10, 15 minutes and you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to watch this like 3-4 times to understand what the hell's going on.
Right, you're gonna have to like thoroughly break it down scene by scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cool that you said Paranormal Activity because that was actually, I think, the first R-rated movie I ever watched with my dad was Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, no, it's one of those ones where it's just like, oh God, looks like I'm not sleeping for the next year. You know? But yeah, that was a good one. I don't know if you ever seen what is it called? The Devil's Candy.
Mm-mm.
That one I recommend checking out. It is one of those ones where you're just like, oh my God, this is so hectic. But yeah, I'd say those are some movies that I really dig when it comes to horror flicks for sure.
You guys are usually like always steadily playing shows, even just in Regina. You guys are usually at least like, I don't know, probably not like once a month, but you guys usually always have shows going on.
Yeah.
So what do you guys like most about playing gigs and just in those specific provinces? Because you guys go to Manitoba a lot too.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Manitoba, not too far away from Winnipeg. And so I always like to book shows out there because I mean we play shows around here and everybody's like, oh, my hometown friends are coming out. La 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 la. I'm like, oh, my hometown friends are 6 hours away. So yeah, when we get to play Winnipeg, crowds are generally really, really good. Plus there's lots of family and friends that I don't really generally get to see too much that come out and show some support. So that's always good. The music scene out there is real cool. But we also love Saskatchewan so much, man. Like most of our favorite shows happen in Saskatchewan, hometown shows. We had last time we played Revival was our EP release show, which ended up being a sellout show, which was crazy. And this single release show at Revival is kind of looking promising as well. We got quite a few tickets sold for this one as well. So that'd be great. Can't get enough of it. It's just so much friggin' fun. And like being on stage with people that you genuinely enjoy and you know you have that chemistry going and everything like that. It's just you can look around, the boys are all smiling, having a damn good time. We're just up there doing what we love to do. You know what I mean? And generally speaking, the crowd in front of us is loving it just as much. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that too, actually. Like most of the Dead Levee shows I've been to, you can always tell like people go there just have a good time. Even if you're checking it out for the first time or you're there like for your fifth time. Like it's
oh yeah. Well, that's what we just try to make sure everybody's having a damn good time. And you know, if you like rock and roll, that we're the rock and roll show to see, I suppose, in Regina.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple other bands around here that are really, really good, but the music scene we got a small market, right? So the music scene is going to be kind of a smaller music scene.
There you go. So about a year ago, Dead Levee went through a member leaving. Can you just kind of explain how that shift was for you? Was it heartbreaking? Did you guys leave on good terms? Kind of walk us through it. What kind of happened?
Yeah, I mean, he let the lead singer thing maybe get to his head too much. I don't know what was going on his end, but he started to act out irrationally and started to do a lot of toxic things within the band. And so we decided, it was better to partner or to separate and do our own musical journeys. And since then, it's been amazing. I mean, everybody in the band has been so happy, and we've been doing a lot of songwriting, and it was kind of sketchy timing when the disbandment happened, if you will. Because we were supposed to be going into the studio. We had a bunch of high-paying gigs coming up, and he's just like, the universe is telling me not to do these shows. We're like, all right, dude, then enjoy the universe, buddy.
Adios.
Yeah, I hope the universe pays well.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So it was tough. I mean, like I don't know. He was kind of a brother to all of us. When you're in a band, you kind of got to have that brothership. And so, when a brother starts to become kind of an enemy, it's kind of a sad thing to see unfold before you.
Sure. So you talked about Aerosmith, CCR. Do you have a few more classic bands that kind of really do it for you?
We've been kind of dabbling into the punk scene a little bit. It's like early punk, the Replacements and the Stooges. Like Iggy Pop is just such an entertainer, and he's so good at taking minimal lyrics and minimal chords and making them into absolute amazing songs. Like I Want to Be Your Dog and TVI and all these songs, all so simple but so captivating. Another rock band, maybe not as classic, but going into the 80s, The Cult. I love The Cult. Love Removal Machine is a song that I remember growing up to. Whenever it would come on the radio, my dad would just crank that, and we would just do another round around the neighborhood if it meant we could listen to the whole song. So Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. I'm trying not to go too cliche, so I was kind of leaving those ones on the back burner a little bit. But yeah, like those kinds of bands, those really captivating performers, almost more than because the music's great in itself. Not anybody can make great music, but anybody can put a solid effort into their stage presence. And so that's why when I see shoegazing music, I'm like, come on, spread your legs, do something a little bit fucking different, I don't know. That's just what I gotta say about that. But no, so yeah, like Aerosmith, The Cult. Who else is there that I can put in there? Like Black Sabbath is legendary too, obviously. What are some hidden ones? Montrose. I don't know if you know Montrose at all. Montrose is a legendary rock band. It was Sammy Hagar's first band, essentially, like his first big rock band, and they've got some absolutely gnarly tunes. I highly recommend listening to them.
So you guys just released a new single, like we were talking about. You'll be playing a few shows in the next few weeks, week, I guess, this coming up week.
Yeah.
But what else do you guys have planned for the rest of this year? Any more singles coming out?
So right now we're working on finishing the rest of our record. We got about half of our new record pretty well ready. It's all recorded, and just need to get it mixed and mastered, and everything is such. But a lot of this year is going to be just playing a couple holiday style shows, making sure that our bankroll is still moving, and mainly just writing songs. We want to get our producer out, Ben Erickson, who was a sound engineer for the Rise Up EP, and he produced Shout, and he produced and mixed Love and Misery. He also did some backup vocals on them, and so yeah, like we want to make sure that we take the rest of this year and have all the songs ready for the spring when we go in and finish cutting the record. So
we need some more new stuff with your vocals on it.
I agree. I've been so excited. Like having another song on there is just like, okay, now I don't gotta friggin' push shout. Just hey, have you heard shout? Have you heard shout? Have you heard shout? It's like I got more now. I got more songs to throw at you.
Yeah.
We are going a lot heavier with this record, which that's what we all like to listen to. Like Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls was the first music video I watched. And, what does that say about me growing up? But and I was just like, that's what I want to do. I want to just be riding motorcycles, tattoos, long hair, rock and rolls, like all that kind of stuff. And yeah, 2 weeks later, my dad got me a guitar, and the rest is history. Here I am now.
Now the real question is, what kind of guitar?
Oh, it was some Giant Tiger Junior acoustic. Like, oh man, the thing was trash. But my dad did have it was a 1950s custom hollow body. I can't remember what the brand was. It was so old and faded off of the headstock, but it was like an old Western guitar, and that's where I kind of like first picked it up and really started to like it, and eventually got a first act electric guitar, and then moved on to an Epiphone Les Paul, and yeah, now I play bass, so I've got no reason to make purchases on 6-string guitars. I do have my Taylor acoustic guitar that I absolutely love.
Just sitting here nodding like I know what the hell you guys are
Oh,
talking
yes. Music. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
guitar brands. Yeah.
Guitar
Okay, Ian,
brands,
quick
yes.
guitar lesson.
I've heard of that.
This is a Telecaster. Okay.
Telecaster. Okay.
A Fender Telecaster. This is a Schecter C6 Plus. Another Telecaster. That's a Squier, Fender Squier, and an Epiphone bass.
There you go. You got everything you need except for an acoustic guitar there. Yeah. Oh, here it goes.
Oh, here she goes. Damn, that's nice.
I just played the SpongeBob song. That's it.
Oh,
Play Wonderwall right now.
I'm not playing Wonderwall. You know why? I never
Why?
actually learned how to play Wonderwall because I was better than that.
That's fair.
I
Good for you.
self-taught
You're
myself,
big enough
and
to do
I
that.
went over one. I was like, no, we're not doing Wonderwall. Same with Smoke on the Water. Nope. Not doing that.
Don't Look Back in Anger, though. That one is so good. Oasis is actually gnarly as hell, though.
Wow. This one's kind of a hell of a transition here.
What? Oh,
from guitars and SpongeBob and Wonderwall. I wrote this question around the time that the movie Oppenheimer came out.
Yes.
If you're unfamiliar, Oppenheimer is the gentleman who helped, he was a really core, element to the creation and the execution of the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I just want to know,
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to know what people would do if they had the power of the atomic bomb just at their disposal. They had it and all they had to do was snap their fingers. And Taylor, I want to know, if you had the power of the atomic bomb, what would you do and why?
Okay, thank God. I thought you were going to ask me where and why. And I'm like, no, I'm not answering that. This is over. Ask the last part of the question there again.
So if you had the power of the atomic bomb at your disposal, you just had to snap your fingers and boom.
Yeah.
What would you do? How would you use it and why?
I definitely would not use it. I'm not an advocate for nuclear warfare or atomic warfare. People need to stop dying. But yeah, I don't even know. That's a weird question, man. Because I honestly wouldn't trust anybody with that button. Right? I would find, I don't know, somebody who would just be able to disable it, essentially, I think is what I would do. I'd be like, find me the scientist to disable this, or I push the button.
It's just a good
Yeah.
way to like threaten people. It's like, don't do that.
That's
or else
true.
I'm gonna push this button.
Yeah. No. This turkey bacon sub is free, right?
we had a group on here a couple months ago called Misery Falls, and their answer just had me like in tears laughing. So I forgot who said it, but one of the guys was like, I'd kill Godzilla, and I lost my freaking mind. I thought that was so funny.
Well, you know what? Like, there's an argument to be made. It's just like you could arguably save millions and millions of lives by killing one large lizard. You know, it's like, that's thinking outside the box, man. I respect that answer. That's thinking outside the box for sure.
If you like that, then you're really gonna like the signature radioactive question, but we're not there yet. That's at
the very end
end.
question.
Okay, all right. I'll be pondering on what the hell the question might be.
Okay. But until then, the next one. So this is a form your own dream band. So if you could form a band with 4 other musicians, dead or alive, who would you pick? And what would you call this group?
Oh God. Okay, so am I in the group too,
Yes,
or is
you're
this
in the
just
group? So it'd be like
Oh,
you and
goodness.
like 4 others. So you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God, I got to give up one of my jobs on this one, I think, then, because I mean, I'm not going to be playing bass and doing lead vocals if I have the choice of having the best vocalist or best bassist in the world. Probably Bill Wyman on bass from the Rolling Stones. Rod Stewart on vocals. Who would be a good drummer with them with that? Drummer, I'll go with Keith Moon from The Who.
Oh, very cool. There you go.
I'll play guitar. Why not? You know, I could hold down some power chords. I've been playing guitar longer than I've been playing bass. So maybe I can keep up. And then who would I have on lead guitar? Jeff Beck probably.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I just strum some, you know, some guitar. I don't know. Maybe I just be the manager. I don't know.
I was gonna say at this point you can just like be side stage.
Yeah. I run the confetti gun.
I like those answers. Most of the people we ask that, they're so involved with like the metal scene. It's always like, you know, you can kind of predict the answers.
Yeah, I like the classic, man. I like the classic element here. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to go like ham on the metal side, we could too. But like, you know, I love my rock and roll, and those are the artists that like stand out so heavily. I mean, honestly, when it comes to keys, we could throw Billy Preston on there on the keys for sure. I'd say.
There you go. There you go.
And yeah, so that's my dream band. And the band name, what would the band name be? The band name would be, oh my God, this is a tough one. Would not be the name of the band, but I'm just stating that. I don't know. We call it like, oh goodness.
Honestly, at this point, the name doesn't even have to be good because the people in it are good.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm looking around. It's just like we could be anything, you know. we could be the vodka cops. We could be the aviators. The aviators sounds pretty cool. I'm
Honestly,
sure it's
I was gonna say the aviators sounds good. That sounds like a legit.
I like the aviators. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Drunken on the run. I don't know.
Drunken on the run. I like that a lot, actually.
Maybe one too many words there, but anyways, yeah. I don't know. Let's go with that. I think that's my perfect circle.
Perfect circle.
Perfect circle. See, this is what I'm saying. It's like there's band names everywhere.
This is super random. I just saw this question on Google and I'm like, I'm curious. What is your it's so stupid. What is your most unpopular food opinion? in general,
My
like,
most unpopular food opinion.
yeah,
I mean, I could go generic as fuck and say, pineapples do belong on pizza.
I
Yes.
can agree. I can agree.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? What else is there? I don't know. Like when it comes to like fries or pierogies or anything like that, you know how you use sour cream on the side?
Yeah.
What's a
Okay, Ian doesn't know what a pierogi is, so just ignore
Oh,
him.
it's Canadian Ukrainian talk. You wouldn't understand.
I said I was eating pierogies for supper the one day, and he was like, "A what?" Yeah,
It's,
he
it's
does.
it's essentially like a mashed potato pizza pop kind of a
Yeah, I
thing.
said it's
Oh,
almost
okay.
like a dumpling or
It's
whatever,
kind of like a
but
dumpling.
without meat. It's like potatoes, a cheesy potato.
Yeah, well, like you can get like bacon and chives and onion and
Those
all
are
that kind of good.
fancy pierogies.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, there's still $3 at Shoppers, but no, but I like to mix ketchup and sour cream together, and then dip my fries in it, or dip my even a burger in it.
Let me tell you
I
something.
don't know
I'm
if that's
not
an
a ketchup person. I'm not a ketchup person, so that just no.
Wait a minute. You're not a ketchup person?
I can maybe do French fries and ketchup, but that is where I draw the line.
What kind of bullshit
But I
is
like
that?
ketchup chips. Ketchup chips are good.
Yeah, someone who advocates for ketchup chips, and you're gonna sit here and tell me that you don't like ketchup?
But yeah, like that's kind of weird. That's like saying I don't like the taste of real bananas, but I love the fake banana taste.
I know some
Yes,
people that do
exactly.
that like that though.
Those aren't real people, Vic. I hate to break it to you. Those are friggin' aliens.
Okay, but ketchup chips don't taste like I'm eating ketchup. Like it's a different ketchup taste. It's
I
weirdly.
don't know, man. Like my mouth gets raw on those ketchup chips. I can't do it. It's like I don't know. I hit 22 and my palate just fucking said, "Nay, no more of this."
I can never do ketchup chips, man. That just sounds
They're so good.
disgusting.
I will say they are good. They are fine. They're mighty fun. They're a damn good chip. But I don't understand how you can't like ketchup but like ketchup chips.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
I don't mind ketchup. If someone ketchup on a hot dog grosses me out.
hot
a
dogs are
burger-
fucking gross.
No, depends. That depends.
Hey, I like Smokies. I prefer Smokies.
No.
Give me that.
Oh, you mean like a brat?
like like a bratwurst? No,
Yeah, one of those.
no, like a Smoky. You don't know what a Smoky is?
No, they don't know what Smokies are. I was talking to Cassidy about this, and
It's like
she was like,
sausage.
"What's
It's a
Smoky?"
sausage, pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's like a sausage.
But it's got like it's kind of like generally it's stuffed with like cheddar and jalapenos. Is my favorite.
Damn, that sounds fire, dude.
Man, it's nuts. You chop some of those up and put them on top of some fucking pierogies. It's nuts.
Dude, listen to all this Canadian talk.
I'm so happy right now because for once, I'm not the one being looked at weird. We'll interview someone from the States, and them and Ian are like, "What's wrong with you?"
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm feeling frisky here. I'm
Do it.
feeling frisky. I'm feeling frisky. Okay. So we're gonna go off the rails here for a second, and then we're gonna hit you with the signature radioactive question.
All right, this is the crazy train of questions right here.
So you kind of told us the thing you do with your buddy where you have him do the behind the back guitar solo, among other things. I want to know. We asked Catch Your Breath this question. We love the answer. What's kind of like an odd, weird, like Jesus Christ, I can't believe this is happening scenario you have found yourself in with your band? Like something really weird and wacky and silly.
On our last tour, this ties back into because you mentioned if we're religious or not with the possession question there. We were in Peterborough on our tour in June. We were doing a Love and Misery tour on the way to doing some showcase shows, and we show up to this venue, and there's a bunch of people in here. It's kind of like a restaurant bar kind of a thing, and then it's like a little hallway, and it takes you to this venue. And so we show up early. We set up. We get ourselves ready. There's a little leak in the ceiling, and we're like, oh god, great! It's right by the stage. We're like, okay, well, whatever. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. We go outside, have a cigarette, and this, people start talking to us like, oh yeah, like who are you guys? Who are you guys? Oh, we're the band playing tonight. La 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 la. And ends up that the party there's like a party going on in the restaurant side, and it was like a kink and BDSM event, and so like it was so hectic. Everybody that was there was pretty much just like showing us their like dudes and shit like that. We're like, hey, what the fuck is going on right now? Put a gnarly show. That's not even the fucking wildest part. It's just, ended up some of these people came to our show and we had a great time and they enjoyed the show. And the next day we come to pick up all of our gear and we're loading up and this woman comes up and wants to give us $20. You guys are a touring rock band. Here's $20. Go get yourself a pizza. Like, okay, thank you so much. Not thinking twice about it. Really, thank you so much. What a kind lady. You are so sweet. And she's like, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior though? I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, okay, we're loading up. We might be able to just do the old nod and get away with this thing. So we're, she's talking about, the Jesus coming back and all this kind of stuff. We're like, okay, yeah, that's great. All that kind of stuff, loading up. And Preston, our drummer, comes out and he's got a Baphomet tattoo on his forearm. And Preston's sitting there in the passenger seat and she comes up and is just like, can I like do a prayer for you and everything like that? She grabs him by the head and just like is like screams as loud as she can. She's like, Jesus, take all the evil energy out. We're like, all of us are sitting there, we're like, what the fuck is happening right now? and she's like, and she like finishes or whatever. She's like, do you feel better? Do you feel lighter? He's like, no, I'm fucking scared. He's like, leave me alone. And yeah. So we were just like, thank you so much for the $20. We gotta go. We still got to travel another 2-3 hours to our next show and all that kind of stuff. But that was one time where I was just like, what in the world is going on in Peterborough, Ontario? It's just like everybody's asking for money on the streets. Kink and BDSM parties, what seems like everywhere. And then on the flip side, we were getting money to listen to people preach. It was just like, what the fuck? Let's get out of here before something beyond hectic happens. Like, I don't know, some kids start riding a fucking potbelly pig down the street or something.
Oh my god.
That's pretty surreal. I can just picture this in my head. I can paint a very vivid picture here.
Grabs his head and screams, bah! Jesus, let the evil energies out. And we're like, what in the fucking hell is going on right now?
Oh my god.
We're not religious per se, but like, we are very, very out of the box thinkers and creative and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like, we have some fucking silly tattoos and we wear some silly jewelry sometimes, to each their own, I mean, like, it doesn't bother me when people are up there wearing crosses or praising Jesus and all that kind of stuff. I'm not praising Satan or anything like that, but it's just like, it's just jewelry, man. It's just tattoos. It's just art.
Out of everyone for that to happen to, though, Preston has to be the funniest
right,
one.
the sweetest dude, the 6'2" fucking puppy dog on drums. Yeah, he's just like,
so funny.
No, I don't feel lighter. Like, you're scaring me. Like, can we go now, boys? Please.
Can we go, boys?
She's like inside the vehicle too. Like,
wait, she was like reaching through the window, or like
no, door was open. She had one hand on Preston's forehead and the other hand like on the dash. Like, she's in the vehicle, Vic, like in it, trying to rip every evil spirit out of Preston's poor fucking soul.
Oh, that's
it was chaos though. But you know what, like, at the same time, it was just like, when we stayed in Peterborough, we stayed with a legend in the upcoming national music scene. Bobby Cousins is his name, and if he hears this, I'm sure he'll love it. But we went and stayed at his place. He kind of always has bands stay at his place, and he had an arrow gun. So it's like CO2, and you just put an arrow in and you cock back and shoot it. And so we were just doing all this redneck and hillbilly prairie shit that we're used to doing back out and our corner of the earth. And so it was, yeah, Peterborough was just so much fun. Like, it was never a dull moment by any means.
Okay, Taylor. Dead Levee is on tour, and your van breaks down in front of a haunted house, and you have to stay there for the whole night. Gotta stay there overnight. And there is one dead celebrity haunting you. Who would you want haunting you, and why?
I mean, they died in this house, I'm assuming then.
Yeah, I don't
Making
know.
the assumption that because like
guess,
this matters. This really does truly matter. Because I mean, like, if Jimi Hendrix was there and he died there, I'd be like, yo, dude, where's the acid? Like. But no, I think. Let me think. Who would I pick? Musician to haunt me. Elvis Presley would be pretty funny. Like, it's Elvis Presley. I'm coming to get you.
That has been a popular answer we've had. A lot of people.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I take that one back. I don't want that one anymore. Nope,
Oh.
gone. Clean slate. Shh.
Okay, I mean, I said Elvis, so.
Yeah,
That's
Elvis has
fine.
been popular.
It's too popular. It's too damn popular. I'd say Prince.
We didn't have Prince yet.
We haven't had Prince. Prince is pretty cool.
You ever seen that Dave Chappelle episode?
Which one?
It was where was it Dave Chappelle gets beat by Rick James and his boys in basketball while they're wearing blouses and like high heels and shit like that.
I don't remember. So I didn't watch Chappelle's show all that often, but I love his stand-up, dude. Dave Chappelle was my favorite stand-up comedian of all time. He's so funny.
Then I highly recommend the Chappelle show. And there's enough episodes you'll be entertained for a week. You know what I mean? At least. And yeah, the skits they come up with are just friggin' bulletproof.
They are. Now, having said that, I have seen one skit from Chappelle's show. A few. Clayton Bigsby. Dude, when I saw that with my mom and dad, we were in the kitchen watching it one morning, just hanging out. Oh my God. Like, when I saw that, I was like, this is it. This is what makes Dave Chappelle the greatest. Like, do you have any idea how bold that is?
Yeah,
Insane that is.
He takes steps outside the box all the time, and I you got to respect him for doing that, going against the grain for so long. You know what I mean? But yeah, just a creative genius, just a comedy genius, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Anyways, yeah. So, that such a weird. You've had some weird questions on this one. This has been a goofy ass fucking. I love it. Don't get it twisted. I love it. Very unorthodox. Very, very fun though.
Awesome, Taylor. I'm gonna go ahead and fill you in on something that we do at the end of every. Well, we try to do it at the end of every episode. We don't succeed every time. We forget to do it, but for the past year and a half, I have been learning American Sign Language at the University of Missouri St. Louis. And what we like to do is we like to do signing. We sign the band name. Like the group that we have on the show, we sign their band name.
Okay.
So let me see what Levy is here really quick.
He says we, but it's actually him because I have no idea what he's ever said.
Yeah. I'm like, Vic, you learned American Sign Language?
I indeed did not. I remember. Wait. Oh crap, Ian. What was hot sauce?
Hot
What? And then
sauce.
Okay, I was partly right. Okay.
Hot sauce.
Okay.
I only know cuss words, so.
Yeah, curse words are so much fun.
Oh yeah. There's so much like attitude with them. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta make the face when you're doing it.
Yep. Oh, dude. Facial expressions and like body language is a huge part of ASL. Like it's crucial.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna go ahead and teach you Dead Levee, okay? Ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
One hand like this, right? So you got this right here. Dead.
Okay.
Dead. And you're gonna finger spell levee. So L
Oh no.
E so
Like a monkey,
L,
like a monkey punch.
yeah, like that. Exactly. There you go. So
Okay.
LEVEE.
You got to move beside each other.
Yeah,
So
like just bounce.
All right. So it's
Dead. LEVEE.
nice. Okay, that's
Why
easy
is my
enough.
thumb going out? I don't know. I'm not good at this. I'm like, that's not
Dead,
right.
dead Levee.
Yep.
I kind
There
of
you
I did squeeze like there's
No,
my
not
breast in front of me or something. I don't know. You got to hold the E. It's Dead Levee. Comes back around. E.
Well, this has
Ian,
been a blast.
yes, it
Yeah,
has.
man, I had a great time. Thanks again, Vic, for reaching out and always, giving us the goofy ass questions and letting us be the characters we are. I mean, it's just me this time around, but you and I both know that we've got a lot of character in Dead Levee.
A lot is like mildly describing that.
I'm just being kind to my friends. Again, thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you guys for being so easy to talk to.
Yeah, man, no problem. Likewise. Thank you for coming on.
Anytime, literally anytime. I love shooting this shit with creative people. So.